And let's play a little volleyball. Here's your Hawaiian Tel Federal Credit Union starting lineups as the Warriors looking for that first W in 2013. Set to serve it up is Nick Turco, the 6'5" senior out of Lewisberry, Pennsylvania, and Hawaii gets the first point. Well, that's a different start from last night. They fell on the first point and then rallied to take 5 in a row en route to a first set victory. They won sets 1 and 3, dropped 2 and 4, and then of course they fell in 5. And again earlier tonight, UCLA beating Ohio State in a match that also went the distance. And the swing is down, point Nittany Lions.
Good set in the middle. They tend to go set the middle only on a perfect pass, and certainly that was a perfect pass off J.P. Marks' tough serve. Matt Seifert, just a freshman, looking sharp there.
For Penn State, this only their second match of the season. Of course, they fell to UCLA in 5 sets last night. And the point for the University of Hawaii Warriors.
You're right, Dash. These are two winless teams that are desperate to get the first W and salvage what has been a slow start to this season.
Penn State oh so close in that match last night, just as Hawaii was. And Sarkovic with the nice serve. Good pass by Peter Russell. And the swing and getting in the way of Sarkovic was Matthew Cheap. A little miscommunication there and a cost of a point, even at deuces.
Cheap just so excited to win that libero spot. He overran that ball. That ball could have been dug easily by Siki Zarkovic.
Aaron Russell had 12 kills in 29 swings last night against UCLA, and Jace Olson blocked on his first attempt. They go right back to Jace. A little soft roll shot popped up. And it's going to be an opportunity for Hawaii. Sarkovic puts it up. The set back to Olson. Blocked again. And Olson this time gets it off the block and puts it down. And if you missed it in the pregame show, oh, what a night this is for Jace Olson. He's, of course, a transfer. He is a junior, and he came from where?
Penn State.
You got it. So he's playing against his old mates, his buddies, his coaches.
It must feel like practice to him.
It must be pretty weird to look across the net and say, wait a minute, I was with you guys. Mark Pavlik, the head coach for Penn State in his 19th season. Charlie Wade, of course, the Hawaii coach in his 4th in the service era. And there he is, kind of staring down his teammates. Yeah, I'm wearing white and green now, guys.
Oh, he's a competitor.
Oh, he is. And we saw him. He's also someone that brings some energy. We saw him last night when he got that big swing or the big block. He can show some emotion. Back to him they go. Not a good set. He had to kind of reach back over his head and hits it long.
Yeah, he rushed in. Max Wexon did the best he could to take a bad pass and sort of flung it out there way too far. Jason's got to be a little more patient on the outside, not run in under the ball.
You know, this tournament features 4 teams, truth be told, that are not the best of what they can be in terms of the history. I mean, we all know about Penn State. They won a national championship a few years ago. UCLA, well, they've won many. Hawaii. All these teams are, you don't know if you want to use the word rebuilding, just kind of remolding or repiecing together the different pieces of the puzzle. But I think the indication is the fact that all the matches so far have gone 5, and that shows you the parity. There's no one single dominant team in this tournament. Big swing, and that time putting it down past J.P. Marks is Peter Russell. He had 9 kills and 16 swings last night against the Bruins of UCLA.
Peter Russell, the older brother of Aaron Russell. The Russell boys also had their father played with Mark Pavlik.
And a good cross-court swing by J.P. Marks. And as we mentioned, boy, did they go to Marks often last night. 46 times, but he only put 19 kills down to hit 196. So it was a struggling night.
I think we're going to see Max Wexon, the setter for Hawaii, move the ball around a little bit more so they do not become quite as predictable.
Point Nittany Lions, they lead it 6-5. Tomorrow, of course, the conclusion of this tournament as the Warriors host the Bruins of UCLA. And for the first time in 50 years, the Bruins not coached by a man named Al Skates. Big swing by Zarkovic, and Siki gets his first kill of the night. Isn't that an amazing statement? For the first time in 50 years, they have a new head coach.
That's something. You know, they're replacing a guy who kind of knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's been an assistant on 3 Olympic teams, and he could have taken the job, I think, for this Olympic team that's going to be going to Rio de Janeiro. But he chose to go to UCLA and put all of his eggs back in his alumni basket.
And Tom Spera. Aaron Russell had that last big kill, and you can see his leaping ability. Never mind the fact that he already stands 6'9" when he's not leaping. Good serve, good pass by Olsen. Puts it up, looking for JP. Marks goes cross court, puts it down just inside the line.
Well, they're really moving that block out on JP Marks to all the way to the antenna, giving him lots of cross court area, because I feel the scouting reports probably says Marks loves to hit line. So let's take it away from him.
Last night in that loss to UCLA, Penn State hit 303, pretty respectable. Little joust at the net, won by Nick West of Hawaii. And the Warriors take the advantage 8-7.
Yeah, Dash, you talk about Penn State hitting 303 last night. That's a good number in men's volleyball to hit that number. And Mark Pavlik told me before the game that he was pleased with their effort last night. The fact they lost in 5 is not disappointing to him yet in the least.
Hawaii hitting 248, by the way, in their 5-set loss to Ohio State. And another block at the net. Zarkovic and West teaming up for the roof.
Siki Zarkovic, what a welcome addition to this Rainbow Warrior team. Puts up the big block right here. Gets some help from West, but Zarkovic got most of it. 86 international matches he's played in, so he's got a ton of experience.
Marks with the serve into the net. Service error number 2 on the part of the Warriors. And that'll be serving 8, serving 9. Back to do the honors is Tom Comfort, the 6'6" senior out of Orchard Park, New York. Set the right side, and Marks dug back there by Peter Russell, and another block. And again, it's that left side over there. Zarkovic getting the better of it.
Zarkovic, just a freshman, only 6'4", but good leaping ability, and obviously good technique with his hands blocking at the net.
Well, you talked about his experience internationally, and Charlie Wade saying, I'm looking for that one guy to step up. We know JP. Is it going to be Zarkovic? Is it going to be Jace Olsen? Who else is going to be that guy that says, give me the ball, I'm willing to take the lead?
Could be all of them.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Really nice.
Back to Marks into the double block, stuffed, and another opportunity for Hawaii. They're going to set it up for Jace Olsen, and he fires it, but just wide outside the line.
I like the choice, though. He tried to go hit it off the outside blocker's hands. Had he gone cross court, he would have been stuffed straight down. He just missed catching a pinky.
He's a guy who wears all of his emotions right there for everybody to see it. He'll celebrate the good moments, and he'll show his anguish when the shot goes somewhere other than where he wants it to go. And Mark's trying to go cross court, a little bit long. And we are even at 10-all.
Yeah, JP Marks has got to be steadier on that right side. He's got to keep those balls in play, give his defense and block a chance to score, since they're playing pretty well right now.
Aaron Russell back to serve it up for the Nittany Lions. Olsen with a good swing. Nearly dug up over there by Connor Curry. But the whistle blows, ball hits the ground, and the kill for Hawaii puts them back up by 1. Good call.
Olsen saw that block, moved out to the line. They know he likes to tool the outside blocker's hands. So we get a nice cross-court shot.
Nick West with a big jump serve. Dug up with a pass by Curry. And a good swing by Comfort. Aaron Russell, Comfort, and Peter Russell. Pretty much the go-to guys. Met Seifert also will get his share of sets.
Comfort, how about Comfort's rookie year? Played against Hawaii. His opening match, 33 kills. Hasn't matched it since, but he shows that he can be explosive when he has to be.
Little misconnection to Holt, and a nice job by Olsen to come on over there and save it. Cheap puts it up. Cross court to Olsen. Finds the Terraflex, and Hawaii reassumes the lead, 12-11 here in the first set, just underway in the second match on the second night of this Outrigger Hotels and Resorts Invitational.
Yeah, Olson's going up against at least 4 guys, 4 starters that are returnees. Only 2 freshmen that are newbies to Penn State's lineup. So it's basically Olson's playing against all the familiar faces.
And Max Wexung into the net, averaging just under 9 assists per set. Big cross-court assists in the direction of Olson. Looking for a touch, not going to get it. That ball hit long and point side out Penn State.
It all started with a errant pass by Matt Cheap. He's got to be right on every time when he gets a chance like that one. A great pass there.
And Holt, boy, he had a breakout match last night, and his first swing pays off tonight. And we are tied for the 11th time in this first set.
The opportunity for Davis Holt to get better is just immense. He just gets, you know, he said a couple of years ago when he graduated from Maryknoll, "Ooh, I don't know if I can play Division I volleyball." Now here he is, stand sheriff center, Outrigger Hotels tournament.
Now after last night, there is little doubt that he is very capable. He is right where he belongs as Olson hits it into the net yet again, and a good look at Holt there. And saw him before the match, went up and said, "Hey, great job last night." Could tell it meant something.
Yeah.
Cheap pops it up. Wexen over there in the far side to Zarkovich, and he is roofed. And so Penn State putting up a good block. And at 15, we take our first break. Hawaii down by 2. Back at the Stanley on an Aloha Friday night. Let's take a look at the Kaiser Permanente keys to the match.
Well, for Penn State, they've got to shore up their block. I talked to Mark Pavlik. He was not happy that they only had 1 block per set last night, 5 blocks for the match. They've got to get it more up into the 2.5 block per set range. And for Hawaii, they got to get diversity in their offense. Charlie Wade said, watch for us to set more balls out of the back row, especially the back row quick shot, in order to not rely on JP Marks quite so much, not be quite so predictable.
Hawaii down by 2. Back to serve it up for the Nittany Lions is going to be Peter Russell. And that ball, good look by Sarkovich, watches it fall just outside the line. Side out point Hawaii, and back to serve it up will be Davis Holt, who, by the way, in all the rosters and all the collateral material, wearing number 18. And so he shows up last night with number 24. Well, all of us wondering, what's up with that? Well, it turns out, for some reason, the manufacturer of the uniforms, Under Armour, they just omitted the 2 number 18s. So they reordered, and he's awaiting his regular number. But in the meantime, Davis Holt is 24. He will become 18. He'll be 18 all over again. West, and he is roofed. And a nice play at the net by Matt Seifert, who goes 6 feet 9 inches tall, and he's just a freshman, Chris.
He looks like a tight end, doesn't he? Good hands, strong arms, penetrates over the net. And what Penn State's got Hawaii well scouted. They know that if Hawaii gets a good pass off the serve receive, they're probably going to go to their middles because their middles hit for such a high percentage.
And Charlie Wade is going to call a timeout. We too will take a short break. 17-14 our score. All right, Charlie Wade looking on, call it a timeout. I'm going to change the tide a little bit. Let's take a look at the Aston Hotels and Resorts series record. Hawaii with a decisive advantage here, Chris.
Yeah, they up 12-7, but the last time Penn State got their way with a 16-14 5-setter win back in 2011.
Again, going to the far side, Zarkovich blocked an out point Hawaii. And Siki with another kill. That's his 2nd of the night. And Hawaii, once again, as far as hitting percentage concerned, only 143. The Nittany Lions hitting 3s across the board, 333. And JP Marks to serve it for Hawaii. Another good serve. Who's going to cover it? Barely getting there was Taylor Hammond. And Marks now going for the far corner, putting it just inside.
I like that spot that JP Marks just hit. And Wexa get it. Got the ball a little bit higher so Marks could get under it. Well executed play.
Hawaii back within 1. JP back to serve it up for the Warriors. And an opportunity for Hawaii. Wexa going to set it up, and on the far side, Sarkovich. Siki again, and a timeout's going to be called by Mark Pavlik.